sure. Yeah, I think yellow. I think like a yellow kind of looks good with their colors right now, because
Yeah,
like
for sure.
so.
I
Hopefully they
agree.
get some new ones. Oh, we got the Indians hat on.
Let's go.
Freaking now they're the Guardians, which is super dumb.
I'm in my new fancy bed.
Oh yeah, look at you. Leaning up. Oh man.
I look enormous. I have like the screen where it's just me right now.
No,
Okay.
you look good. You're good.
It does help the bed. It does help my double chin to really stick out too. So that's
No, dude,
nice.
it's all good. That's why we keep the beard, you know what I mean? That's why I keep it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
We're just trying to hide it, you know.
yep.
Okay, dude. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever.
I know it's been a minute. I mean, I feel like with like the lack of like college basketball going on right now, I just feel like we like haven't like been doing too much. But yeah, dude. You went to the
Uh,
we can do well, no, we'll get into that later. We'll get into the
yeah,
because
yeah. Although I did go to the March Madness game Saturday
yeah,
with my
yeah,
uncle.
gotcha.
My uncle, his daughters wanted to go to the Taylor Swift concert, so
Gotcha.
they stayed with us. We went to the game. It
Yeah,
was sick.
fun stuff.
Blow up. It was sick.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. Episode 62 of the Dude Podcast.
Yep.
I am co-host Gavin Pause with my other co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, Evan Jensen,
Yo.
future father of three.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
A little crazy.
Uh, and this is our NFL episode. So let's get into it. We'll be talking free agency, of course.
Hmm.
Lamar Jackson requested a trade today, and we're going to talk about draft stock, focus mostly on CJ Stroud, some
Yep.
CJ Stroud noise, and some Anthony Richardson noise. So let's get into it.
All
Just
right.
the quick major signings I have is Miko Hardman to the Jets.
Yep. I
Makes
mean,
sense.
doesn't I mean
Yeah,
it doesn't really like do much for me, if I'm gonna be honest. I just think like he's just another piece, you know what I mean? It's not like a big name going there. I mean, he was fine in Kansas City. I just feel like it's not like a like I feel like I trust Alan Lazard more than him. So
yeah.
in I guess New York, but
Well, get this. See if this works better. Yeah, that's better.
there you go. Um,
Does that look weird?
no, you're fine. You look good.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Anyways, if you don't follow us on YouTube, you can watch the pod on YouTube. So
For sure.
you
For
can
sure.
see me in my bed, my new fancy bed we got.
Yeah.
Another one, Miko Hardman. You know, they traded away Elijah Moore. I think this is kind of to supplement Elijah Moore.
Hmm.
And the only thing that worries me is like every wide receiver that plays with Patrick Mahomes is like 20 times better with him and not the
Yeah.
same when they leave, you know? And
100%.
so Miko Hardman was decent at the Chiefs, not
Yeah.
really amazing, I felt like, you know? So
No.
we'll see. We'll see how that works. But yeah. Now the other one I got is Nelson Aguilar to the Ravens. When this got
Yeah.
posted, this it seemed like the Ravens fans just got more upset. Like
Yeah.
you know, there are certain signings where like players make the fan base just pissed off. This
Yeah.
was one of them. I feel like.
Yep. Yeah, and I feel like Nelson Aguilar like continues to just probably get overpaid, probably. I mean, the fact like he doesn't ever do anything. You know what I mean? I remember like 4 years ago, it was like he's gonna be the fantasy steal, like fantasy football steal, and then he puts up like 200 yards the entire season. It's like, okay. So yeah, I thought it was odd. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like the Ravens are so sick of signing people like Nelson Aguilar that
Yeah.
have just been like mediocre at best their
Yeah.
entire career.
Yes.
Okay, next one I have DJ Chark to the Panthers.
Yeah. You like this?
DJ, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I still feel like Adam Thielen, you got Adam Thielen now, you got DJ Chark.
Yep.
Who else they got?
You got Hayden
They
Hurst
got
as your tight end.
Yep, Hayden Hurst. They'll probably draft a wide receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
Um, it just doesn't do it for me though.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
mean,
feel like I'm surprised he left Detroit.
I
DJ
know.
Chark kind of kind of popped in Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think Detroit's probably got a lot of those young guys coming up. So he just decided to get paid a little bit more, probably. Go play for a rookie quarterback that we'll get into. But I think I mean they're just bolstering that offense, trying to at least to set it up for whoever they draft, which is probably a done deal. But
I got Bobby Wagner to Seattle. That one was
yeah.
surprising. Did you see that one coming?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did not see that one coming at all. I remember when he got cut and the rumor went around that no one told him. It was out of the blue type of thing. And I just think like if it was really that bad, um, he wouldn't have gone back, right? If it really
Yeah,
ended
no,
that badly, he wouldn't have gone back. So I think there's a lot of like the media hypes us up. You know how the media is. Like
no, yeah,
remember when like Russ, like it was like he had like his own office, like and actually he did have his own office, which was actually stupid. But remember when they were like saying it was like he wanted Pete Carroll gone, like all this stuff, and then it comes out later like that never actually happened. So I just think I was happy. I'm happy. He put up sick numbers last year. So
yeah.
um
He's solid.
yeah, yeah, I'm excited to see kind of just what he brings back to the team. So I don't know. I'm interested. I'm excited. I'm excited. So
Yeah, I think that's a good sign for Seattle. And then the last one I got is Austin Hooper to the Raiders.
yeah,
Not a bad signing after you just get rid of Darren Waller.
yeah. And then
Austin Hooper's, yeah.
well no, I was just gonna say because Foster Moreau, he wasn't gonna be with the team anyways, but he ended up finding out he had Hodgkin's lymphoma, so he's stepping away from football for a while because he was their other tight end. So they basically
Yep.
lost like their two starting tight ends. So and Austin Hooper, I mean, he was like number one tight end in the league like 3 years ago for like fantasy football.
Yeah.
So I think he's solid. He's got some upside. So I'm interested to see
Yeah.
what him and Jimmy G can do. So
Yep. Okay, that is our free agency update. Rodgers news still not traded to the Jets.
yeah,
I guess I don't want to take too long on this, but
yeah.
when do you personally see Aaron Rodgers getting traded, or do you see it not happening now that it's dragging out so long?
I think it'll happen. I just think it's gonna take a long time because it sounds like because I think they're like preseason walkthroughs start like mid-April. So obviously it's if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen before then, I would assume. Like OTAs start a little bit after that. Like you would want him to be there. And you saw, I'm sure you saw what the GM said today. He said that like there's no plan B. This is plan A. Like Aaron Rodgers is our like we're targeting him. And we talked about this
Wow.
like with Lamar. Like, I mean, why not go after Lamar? He requested a trade, so we can get into that in a second. But it's just like, I mean, they are all in on Aaron Rodgers. So I think it's gonna happen. I just think that Green Bay wants too much right now. Um, which I mean, why not? This guy's a four-time MVP. You should want to get a
Yeah.
decent amount for him.
Yeah. Um, I think we'll get into it, but I think the Lamar Jackson news today kind of gives the Jets even more leverage. It makes
Yes.
the Packers want to move even quicker on this. I feel
Hmm.
like. I don't really know when it's going to go down. I don't. No one knows, but
Yeah.
what I think would be a cool scenario would be draft night. Like
Yeah.
on draft night, Rodgers gets traded.
Yeah.
I think that'd be watch the Packers go wide receiver
Yeah.
this year in the first round. Just
Like
that'd
they
be
haven't
nice.
ever done, even though
Yeah,
that's all Rodgers has ever wanted. Yeah.
yeah.
I
DeAndre
think
Hopkins is. Oh, go for it.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
I was just gonna say DeAndre Hopkins is still in Arizona.
Yeah.
Um, rumors have been kind of floating around that Buffalo is really interested.
Yep.
And then I heard an interesting one. I heard the Falcons were interested.
Yeah. And if the Falcons can get him, and then I know actually the best odds to land Lamar right now are the Falcons.
Wow.
So I mean Lamar, and I mean, remember we've talked about this. Like we thought him to Baltimore was pretty a good, a possibility. And now that he wants out, I mean, why not team up in Atlanta? I
Yeah,
mean, it'd be a good team.
that'd be sweet. Another team that's been rumored is the Giants for D
Yep.
Hop. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bills or Chiefs. Watch the Bills or Chiefs get him.
Yeah.
It seems like the Cardinals are pretty set on a second round pick,
Yep.
and those Chiefs Bills picks are pretty much third round picks.
Yeah. I
So
saw I saw
uh,
that they wanted a McCaffrey type package for D Hop, which I was like, I don't
nah,
agree. I don't agree with that, but I don't think they're gonna get that. So
he's good. He's just kind of he had that 6 game suspension.
yep.
That previous year he got hurt.
Yep.
You know, uh, I mean, he's amazing. Whoever gets him is gonna absolutely love him.
Yep.
But you know, it, like these picks and these like salary moves can be so like tedious and like slow moving,
Yeah.
but they really do like affect so much in the long term that you want to get it right.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, so let's get into the big news today. Lamar Jackson requests, goes on Twitter, and I don't know if you saw this, but today they had the GM and the head coach meetings today.
Yeah.
I think it's
In
in LA.
Arizona. Or I think it's
Oh,
in
in
is it I
Arizona.
think it's in Arizona.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
And he actually tweets while what's the Ravens head coach name? Um,
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh is getting interviewed,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Did you see the tweet by Lamar about getting traded?" And he's like, "I don't want to talk about it." And then they
Yeah.
later ask him like, "Did you know?" And he's like, "No, I had no idea."
Yeah.
But it looks like Lamar requested trade March 2nd, so it's
Yep.
been a little bit. It kind of seems like he's gone. Do you feel that way, or
Yeah.
how do you feel?
Yeah, and I mean, obviously Harbaugh's gotta say he expects to keep him because that's just, he's a head coach. What are you supposed to say? But I think he's gone. And the thing is I was actually watching the Pat McAfee show and Rappaport was on there and he was talking and McAfee actually like was calling out Rappaport for being on the team side on this, but it's like he had already been franchise tagged with a non-exclusive. So it's like he already could go talk to other teams and to sign an offer sheet. So it's kind of like, I mean, this requesting a trade, like, I mean, what this is just further showing Lamar wants out. Um,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Like,
So
I
right,
mean, no, go ahead, go ahead.
no, you go.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, it's crazy because like 5 years ago, like they drafted him, in the first round. I think it was last pick in the first round or 30th or whatever it was. And like, I mean, he was their guy. Like, he was their guy. Like, what happened? What happened? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know, but he's asking for like a lot,
I know.
and he's he had that one MVP season,
Yep.
and I mean he is kind of just like a walking highlight reel. He
Yeah.
is pretty. He's pretty sick. But he does struggle throwing the ball,
Yeah.
especially in big games, like late games where you need to throw the ball to win. I don't feel like he's been um, proven in that sense yet.
Yeah, I agree.
I do think there are some question marks health wise and just like how he plays the position.
Yeah.
But I just want the draft in DraftKings Sportsbook they have the Falcons at the best odds to win Lamar.
Yep.
Then the Colts, then the Commanders, then the Titans, then Patriots, Dolphins, and Lions.
Yeah. I mean,
dude, can you imagine landing Lamar in Miami? Like,
yeah, I
what?
know. Yeah, and
What?
I mean they're pretty like all in on Tua right now, and I know that's stupid, but like I don't think he's going to Miami. But like do you remember when Schefter was on part of my take and he pranked PFT that Lamar Jackson had been traded to the Commanders? Like how funny would
Oh,
it be
that's hilarious.
if it like later on he ends up getting traded to the Commanders? Like that would be pretty cool for Commanders fans. But like their owner Schneider, like he's a freaking nutcase. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen there. I mean, honestly, like I see either the Colts or the Falcons. That's who I see. Or the Jets. I mean, the Jets if the whole Aaron Rodgers thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep. I can see the Jets too.
Yeah.
Man, the Patriots roster is bad.
Oh yeah.
Like they
They're not
need
good.
something. They Patriots roster is not good.
Yeah. Did you see what they asked Bill Belichick today?
No what?
They said, what do if fans are like, I think it was basically like, what do you want to tell the fans like to be like optimistic about the future? And Bill Belichick said the last 25 years. And it's like, yeah, but you don't have Tom Brady anymore. Like that's like he said the last 25 years is
Yeah.
what should keep the fans optimistic. And it's like, no, like you
Yeah.
don't have the GOAT anymore. You have Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi. Like, no.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, and I don't know if you when you get on Twitter and there's somebody who's like potentially leaving. There's always that like stupid gif of like Bill Belichick walking out of the tunnel with his
yeah.
two guys by him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Yep.
And I feel like those days are kind of over. You know,
Yeah.
like they don't have the same like brand as they had before. You know, like people
I
don't want to
agree.
come there. It's different.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I mean, Lamar to Detroit. Can you imagine Detroit landing Lamar?
Yeah.
Detroit fans would freaking go crazy.
Yeah, and like Detroit already has like a pretty bright future, I think. So I think if you add Lamar, like that would be sick. That team would be awesome.
Yeah. The I was shocked that the Vikings weren't on this list.
I
I think
know.
the Vikings have been like it's been like recorded that the Vikings have tried to trade up the last two drafts
Yep.
for quarterback and they haven't been able to. So I can see Minnesota going super hard on Lamar and
Gosh, that would be crazy too.
dude, him and JJ, man, that would be so
Yeah,
sweet.
I know.
But it'll be interesting. You know, this is where the NFL is like really different from like basketball. When a player has to be traded, it's so like football. It's kind of like yeah, well,
We don't have to trade this guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas basketball,
Yeah.
it's like get him out of here as fast
Yep.
as you can,
Yeah.
and you just
Which,
it,
well, I mean, which like is like smart, right? Like, I mean, you don't
yeah,
want a guy that's on your team that doesn't want to be there. I mean, why wouldn't you want to get rid of this dude right away? Like, I
yeah,
mean, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It is an interesting thing in football where like people like who was it that requested to be traded and then just like didn't get traded? There was like one this last season that requested a trade and he just like didn't get traded. Can't remember who it was. But like look at like Austin Eckler, like he requested to like seek a trade. Nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna be in LA. So
yeah, no, yeah.
yeah, it's interesting.
the running back position. I mean, that I feel like the NFL has to do something with that position, something with the cap,
Yeah.
like how head coaches don't affect the cap. Running backs have to have something else. Dude, they get screwed so bad.
Yeah, they do. And
They get
did
screwed
you
so bad.
Oh yeah, dude. Did you see that the Cowboys or McCarthy said that he doesn't rule out a reunion with Zeke again? It's like, what?
Interesting.
Like Zeke's gotta
Interesting.
be they will not bring him back. Come on.
Yeah.
Weird. Weird.
Yeah.
But
He's gone. I heard he might go to the Jets or
yeah.
the Bengals.
Bengals would be pretty
Honestly,
sick.
would be sweet. Okay, let's get into the main topic. We're gonna be
Yep.
talking more NFL draft coming up.
Yep.
We're talking CJ Stroud. It was caught on camera. Josh McCown saying, dapping him up, saying maybe when you live in Charlotte, we'll find a court.
Yeah.
Did you see that video?
Yeah. And Josh McCown is the quarterback coach there.
Yeah.
So definitely makes me think he's a lock. He's a lock. So
So my question is, smoke or fire? Do you feel like it's just smoke? Is it just like draft strategy, or do you feel like this is actual real like
yeah,
fire? Because he's not like
this go ahead, sorry.
no, I was just gonna say like he knows cameras are right there. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't feel like you'd see that knowing cameras are like 2 feet away from you.
I if there was ever a number one like lock, it's CJ Stroud, like to the Panthers. Like this is as much of a lock as Trevor Lawrence was to the Jags. Like I like CJ Stroud is like I don't even know what happened. I don't even remember like what happened. Was it Bryce Young's height that kind of scared people away? Because remember, like he was like a lock at number one. Like his odds
Yeah.
were like minus 190 to go number one overall. Obviously, um, with Houston not having the number one overall pick. But I think that he is 100% a Panther. He is 100% Panther.
Wow.
Unless something
So
like
you're going
crazy
fire.
happens. Yeah, 100% fire. He's going to freaking Carolina. 100%.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like it's smoke. Like I feel like he knows how it's done. Like he knows the drill, and so do all those coaches. Like
Yeah, that's true.
you don't give out that type of information like that in that type of situation. Or if the Panthers, if he did that, the Panthers had, front office has to be just pissed because you just gave up like a huge piece of information. But
Yeah.
the other, anyways, the other person I want to talk about was Anthony Richardson, and there's
Yeah.
been other rumors that the Panthers are really interested in Anthony Richardson. Do you feel like that's an actual there's an actual legit shot at Anthony Richardson going number one overall?
I feel like the Panthers have been there, done that with the Anthony Richardson type quarterback, aka Cam Newton. It worked out for them.
Mm-hmm.
They went to a Super Bowl. Didn't win, obviously, lost to Peyton Manning, the Broncos. But I do think there's a little bit to it. I mean, I think there's a little truth to all of this. Um, however, it's so funny online. Like someone could start this rumor and it could get picked up by somebody that has a little bit of credibility and it could be turned into something that is an actual source. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
think, I mean, you know what I mean? Like the PFF could tweet out a picture of freaking, and this is actually where I saw it. PFF tweeted out a picture of Anthony Richardson in a Panthers uniform. And it made me think, I was like, oh, is he possibly going to go to Carolina? And then like you look and there's like not that much about it, but he I don't know, dude. There's always these types of quarterbacks and these types of players that get hyped up right before the draft. And I just think that they would regret not drafting CJ Stroud over. Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, and I think everyone's question on CJ Stroud was mobility, but
Hmm.
in those bigger games this year, he showed that he can move.
I
And
agree. Yeah.
I mean, that Ohio State Georgia game, that Georgia defense is. I mean, of course, it's a college defense, but it's probably as close as you can get to a pro defense.
Yep.
Basically an NFL defense, and he was just fine.
Yeah.
And I guess so was Bryce Young. So it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
But actually, Thomas Davis, a prior Panther, he
Yeah.
was actually on the NFL Network and said, like on NFL Network, that he knows that the Panthers are seriously looking into Anthony Richardson at one
Oh,
point.
really? Huh. It's so weird. So weird.
Dude, it's
I saw this is kind of off topic, but I was on Instagram and like the Seahawks posted these like selfies that they took with CJ Stroud and like Bryce Young. And I was like, they have zero chance at drafting these guys, but like they still have to like have the meetings with them. And I find it so funny that they're like posting those and it's like their captions are the meeting of the minds, like all this like weird stuff. And I'm like, you guys probably aren't even gonna draft a quarterback in the freaking first round. You guys are probably gonna go defense or trade back. You guys are all in on Geno, but yeah, I just think
okay. So
go ahead.
sorry, dude. I always interrupt you, man. Like
You're fine.
just
No, no,
shut
no,
up.
no, 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 no.
You're way
It's
you
tough.
got way better information than I do. So
No, dude, no. It's hard over Zoom. We're totally fine, dude. Who cares? You go ahead.
um, I was just gonna say I was gonna go through the top 6 picks
Yeah.
and 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 just have you kind of tell me where you think Anthony Richardson lands. Okay, so at 1 we got the Panthers.
Hmm.
Okay, I think we both agree that we don't feel like he goes there. Uh,
Yep. CJ
at
Stroud's going
two
to
we
Carolina.
got at 2 we got the Texans,
Hmm. Bryce
and I
Young.
feel like it's either Bryce Young. And then at 3 we have Arizona, who is most likely not going to go quarterback. And then at 4 we have the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
5 we got the Seahawks. 6 we got the Lions, and 7 we got the Raiders, and 8 we have the Falcons.
Hot take. I don't think he goes in the top 8.
Wow.
I think he
Okay.
falls.
You think Will Levis gets drafted before him?
Yeah, I think Will Levis gets drafted by Vegas. I think he goes to Vegas. I think you got CJ Stroud going 1. You got Bryce Young going 2. I think Arizona probably goes Will Anderson, right? I mean, Will
Yeah.
Anderson or
It's just a layup. Cardinals need layups. Like, he's the
yeah,
best player in the draft. Just get him.
yeah. Um, and then I think the Colts end up possibly trading that pick to go after somebody else, like Lamar. Or I mean, he could go to the Colts. I could see Anthony Richardson going to the Colts, but and then I think like Seahawks probably go freaking what's his face? The dude from Georgia.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, Jalen Carter, if his off the field stuff gets better, or they go Texas Tech like linebacker or whatever his name is. I can't remember.
Yeah, I see. I still think, like, if he's there at 5, Anthony Richardson, like, Seattle's gonna take him.
You think so?
Yeah, like that Geno Smith like contract gives me their draft for quarterback vibes.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, I could see it. I just think like like if Jalen Carter is available, that's tough. That guy's a beast. And the
yeah.
defense needs some help. So I mean they can end
Dude,
up
can
they
you
have a
imagine Anthony Richardson with Pete Carroll? Like,
I know. Yeah.
running the football would not be a problem.
No, and I think that's kind of been an issue. That's been an issue in Seattle. Well, because they have Kenneth Walker now. He's doing good. And then I mean freaking Anthony Richardson and DK Metcalf are like mirror images of each other. Can you imagine a quarterback and a wide receiver being those two big dudes? Like, I mean, it might.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it as a Seahawks fan. Like, I would love it. I just think
Okay.
like there's a lot of question marks.
Do you
That's
feel like the Colts pass on him?
yes.
So who do the Colts take at 4?
That's why I think they're gonna trade that pick, dude. That's why I think they're gonna go after freaking Lamar. Dude, the freaking Colts
Mm,
GM was like all in on it. Today he was like, we're gonna do our due diligence on every player available. And it's like, okay, so Lamar, trade that fourth pick. Can you imagine, dude? Okay, how much do you think they're trying to get for Lamar? A couple firsts?
oh yeah, for sure.
So can you
Yeah,
imagine
for sure.
how nice would that be to get the fourth overall pick in this draft, though? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So maybe that's what happens. If they don't end up trading that pick, they probably take Richardson. But if they were smart, they'd freaking trade that to Baltimore.
Hmm,
But
interesting. Yeah.
what do you think?
Uh um yeah, I see the if the Colts don't land Lamar, they're definitely gonna go quarterback, whether it's a Will
Yeah,
Levis or Anthony Richardson,
yeah,
But the one that really, really makes me interested is if you're the Lions, okay, and you got Anthony Richardson or Will Levis at 6,
yeah,
I mean, you're going quarterback, right? Like that's uh that's the name of the game. Is like
yeah,
the value of quarterback is just so much higher than any position.
yeah,
And so any shot you get to draft a highly rated, highly coveted quarterback, like you just flip that coin. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
just do it.
yeah,
And unfortunately, the odds of them being a successful quarterback is not high. But like
yeah,
if you hit,
yeah.
like you hit, you know what I
It's
mean? So
100% worth it if you hit.
right, it's just it'll be interesting. It seems like the Lions are pretty set on Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Um,
I
I
mean, for
could
the
see the
next few
Raiders.
years, though.
Yeah, yeah. I look at Seattle, I look at Las Vegas, and I think definitely, definitely gonna go quarterback.
But
If
isn't that crazy? Like, there's that many teams that need a quarterback, but there's like four. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Um, I mean, even there's still the Georgia quarterback. What's his name?
Oh, Stetson Bennett. That guy's not going to
Bro,
go that
like
early.
no, he's not gonna go that early, but like I feel like there's still guys you can draft later on in
Yeah.
the draft. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, I'm excited. Draft season's the best. I'm bummed it's not in
Yeah.
Vegas this year. But
Yeah.
let us know where you guys feel like CJ Stroud will go. Let us know where you feel like Anthony Richardson lands.
Yep.
And by the way, have you been seeing the new? Have you been seeing Arizona Cardinals stuff lately?
Well, other than what you told me, no, I haven't seen anything. I'm gonna look on their Instagram, see if like anything gets posted.
There's been a lot more yellow in their logos lately. That beak yellow,
Okay, okay.
and I think they're dropping little Easter eggs on new uniforms coming.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they're kind of getting out of the red and white, And I
Yeah.
I hope they embrace the more yellow.
I like
And
this.
I hope that their helmets have the yellow face mask. Like that would be
That
sweet.
would be so sick.
Like a
That
yellow
would be
face
so
mask
sick.
would be really
Hmm.
sick. So,
Yeah, on their
but
Instagram right now, like a lot of their like posts, like the happy birthday to like JJ Watt, the lettering is in yellow. When they sign like all their players, like all the lettering is in yellow and white. And I mean, dude, they need new jerseys. Get rid of those
oh
trash
oh
ones.
oh heck yeah, dude! They need more than just jerseys. Dude,
they do.
they need
They need a
everything.
lot.
They need a lot. And this is they got a new GM, new head coach. Their last GM had been there like 10, 12 years. So it's been a long time since this kind of change has happened.
Yeah.
So Cardinals are gonna have a totally different draft this year. I think everyone's excited about that. But anyways, it looks like new uniforms are coming
Yep.
to Arizona. And then I also saw let me pull it up real quick. I don't know if I said this to you, but it's I saw this on Twitter that the Panthers and the Cardinals are the only teams with their primary jerseys discounted on NFL Shop.
Yeah.
So uh Panthers and Cardinals might begin some new threads this year.
Yeah.
I
And I
think
mean,
that's cool.
that's always fun. Like that's always
Heck
fun.
yeah. Heck yeah.
Like whenever teams get new jerseys, I know like I remember when the Seahawks transitioned into their new ones. Their old ones sucked. I'm happy they got rid of those. They brought in the new ones. But then like do you remember like when the Commanders became like the new team and then their new jerseys came in? I know they looked a little XFL-ish, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see. My dad's a Cardinals fan, so hopefully they get some good stuff so I can get him some Cardinals gear. So but
Yeah,
yeah,
heck yeah.
so but I'm actually interested to see what the Panthers is. That'll be kind of
Okay,
cool.
well that is our NFL episode. Appreciate oh, yeah, no. And Panthers have amazing colors, like lightning blue, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like their blue and their black is like
Yeah.
so freaking sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then their helmets are like the like almost like the like silver sparkly. You know,
Yeah.
they got good colors, man.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Arizona's got to get rid of their stupid yellow and white helmets, and they need
The
to just
oh yeah.
embrace. They just need to embrace new everything. Just start new.
Yep.
Put the past in the past. Make an exclamation point. Anyways,
Yep.
that's our NFL episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a 5-star review on our podcast. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We appreciate you guys. And yeah, we will see you next week. See ya.
Later.